Welcome back to an interesting sort of video. It's a little bit different. I had a lot of people ask me about, the Cobalt Lair, the Infernal Kitchen. Asking, how it was, how it felt, how do you do this, how do you do that. And so I figured, since it's 5-man dungeons are kind of starting to get where you're going towards more end game content. I figured it'd be a good kind of opening video to start showing you guys, what end game content can start looking like. Obviously, this is the first of very many 5-man dungeons. You got the layer challenges, which is a 5-man, and then you got what is this, 6 5-man dungeons, and that's just in the dungeons. That's not including Abyssal or I think this stuff is all PvP. So you got quite a bit of I guess dungeon stuff that you can essentially go through. We'll continue this once we get into a dungeon. All right, so we're finally into the dungeon here, and it's a little interesting. By the way, yes, I am on the Crescent Moon Blessing. Might I say, I really enjoy the Crescent Moon Blessing. It's very nice. It's probably my favorite blessing with the Ranger as of recent, or at least so far. While I don't have like, I didn't get it off in time. Yeah, I'm not gonna. The left trigger, while I'm not too big of a fan of like the charge shots, it feels girthy. It feels meaty whenever you hit somebody with it. It actually packs a pretty big punch, honestly. Let's see if we can hit this guy here with it. Oh yeah, we got increased attack power with it. Look at that. Over half his health gone, just like that. Dude didn't even get a chance to send out his chains of destiny. But so I'll do a review on the Crescent Moon Blessing in the future whenever I get a little bit closer with all the other characters. This is about the Infernal Kitchen. Yeah, I still love this blessing though. Something that is quite notable is obviously you got a lot of ads. The ads are pretty weak. They're ads, mobs, whichever you would prefer to call them. They're pretty weak. But you got these little guys here. And if you open the door to free them and you stick by them, they give a little fart and you get healed by it. So it's a nice little thing to have if you don't have a healer in the dungeon. It allows you to have that little extra heals. The big points in this dungeon that I think a lot of people have issues with are the 3 like main fights, I guess. This guy's the first main fight. Oh, I better wait for our friends. Yeah, so be careful when you're running in. If not all of you are here, you can actually lock your friends out, which is a little awkward. I did that the first time when we were running the dungeon and we were on the final boss battle, and yeah, it was a little awkward. But this guy, he's not too bad. He's a lot like the Mercenary Remnants fighting arena. He kind of has the same moves. He does have a smoke bomb attack that's a little annoying to try to deal with. Yeah, he's about to do it. So he goes invisible, and then you have to keep track of him. They'll like teleport. You have to find them and hit them. A lot of times you'll see people. Oh, they found him. You'll see people just kind of like shooting randomly. Oh, he was down there, really? Oh, I didn't see him. Oh, there he is. And then after the third time, the fart cloud will go away. Oh, you stopped me from doing it. You hate to see it. Okay, listen, this dude really does not like me, apparently. Must have, like, you know, insulted his mother or something like that. I don't know. Oh, well, you hate to see it. I need a Healy dude. There we go. Oh my god, that's a girthy heal right there. Oh, that, you love to see it. Usually having a priest is a pretty good idea in this dungeon because of this ordeal right here. Like, the priest feels good and helps kind of like keep your team alive, like the sustaining. Oh, did they find him? Wow, he really didn't move. That's kind of awkward. Now, oh, now you move and you come and attack me, really? But you know, just keep your health up, keep your eyes on the prize, and he's not too bad. Oh, I didn't fully reload. He's probably, well, he is the easiest, like, little boss of the dungeon. Obviously I got a level 30 with me, so we do got a little bit of a attack buff, attack bonus sort of deal. Oop, found him. Oh yeah, shut up. I'm failing the, like, daily quest things. Oh, they must have found him. Yeah. So yeah, he's pretty quick. He doesn't stay in one place for very long, so if you're doing something like Aerostorm, you kind of want to have your group stand in the Aerostorm if you want it to be maximum effectiveness. But the good news with it is you get a fire right after you beat the guy, so it's helps you to be able to have a point of return, kind of get some health back and reestablish yourself. There we go. Two priests? Yeah, two priests. I will say having a ranger with marked, where you can have the marked ability, helps a lot with that battle because the mark actually stays on him as he teleports. I probably should have had the marked ability, honestly, but ow. You know, it is what it is. I just started shooting it. That's not what you want to see. These mercenary archers are honestly really annoying. Probably the most annoying of, like, the smaller enemies. Coming up here, you're gonna have a mercenary archer on the left. I suggest killing him. It's experience. You know, that's one thing this dungeon is good for, or running dungeons is good for, is it's really good experience. I got my Aerostorm off before he stunned us. I mean, you can kind of see it. I'm getting anywhere from 1500 to 4200 experience per run, or per kill. The mercenary archers give 4200, and then the regular enemies give about 1500. But right here is where your AoEs are gonna shine, because you're in a small cramped spot, and you know, just a lot of damage really fast to a group of enemies is what you're looking for here. The next boss, which is coming up, the dungeons aren't too terribly long per se, so if you can get up to beating this boss, you're usually pretty good. It's this boss right here that's the biggest issue, in my opinion. The final boss isn't even too bad. Again, make sure all of your people are in before. Oh no, I think he jumped out. You don't want to be that guy. Oh, he did jump in. Okay, good. But yeah, so this boss is actually probably the most annoying boss. Mostly because he throws Dinamite at you at one point. We really need to get a clue, apparently, according to him. Well, at least according to his name. Best way to do it is just keep damage flowing on him no matter what. You're bound to go down. Yeah, here we go. This is where you're gonna be probably going down the most at this point. He opens up some gates and you get a little dragon dudes that come through. And then he gives himself a shield. It's really annoying. You take down the shield and then you can start doing damage. And then, yeah, he's throwing dynamite, so you're trying to dodge the dynamite, and then you got the little dragon things. A good way to do it is try to stay in this area, like right behind him. It's gonna be cluttered, and you're probably gonna take some TNT hits, but if you got a pretty decent healer, you should be okay. The main reason I say that is because if you get hit by their dragons, you're gonna insta down. So you kind of want to stay mobile. Yeah, see, there goes Antibus. He got hit by the dragons, and he Starseed revived himself. That's cool. The dragons are the biggest issue. The little baby dragons, wyvern, nestlings, whatever. They're little baby dragons. Let's be fair. Oh yeah, that's a girthy hit right there. And he's honestly gonna do this for most of the fight now, which kind of extends his fight a little bit more than you would like to see. But you know, if you can keep up the damage on him, the shield goes down pretty quick, and then you just do to dirty on the damage. Usually, if you're standing in one spot, as soon as you see him like make any sort of motion, you want to turn or move. I didn't do that very efficiently this time. This guy went down to wyvern babies. Yeah, it all goes to crap like right off the bat. One of the biggest issues is if someone goes down, trying to pick them back up. A really good idea for if you go down, there are wooden pillars in between each gate. You kind of want to position yourself right there, because that's where the wyvern babies are definitely not going to hit, and so you're not putting your team at risk. You hate to see it. All right, we're good. And then from here, he's just gonna throw a whole bunch of dynamite consistently, and he's dead. Easy. Ow. Well, as I take a dynamite to the face. But once again, Soulpire, make sure you reset your revive stuff and everything if you needed to be revived. Because you're coming up on the final part of the dungeon, which some say is the hardest part. I think, you know, once you get the combos down and you know what to look for, he's actually really easy. We start coming up on the kobold chefs and stuff like that. And we gotta kill Gordon Ramsay, as it were. But he's a mouse instead of a human. I don't know. Listen, obviously, like they obviously took the Gordon Ramsay reference and ran with it, but yeah. Let's just drop that. Oh, yeah. That's, you hate to see it. Nope. These kobold chefs are pretty girthy, pretty strong. If they jump at you, roll away immediately, because they do massive damage whenever they're sitting there pounding the ground like that. Melee character, yeah. Oh, yeah. As you can see, I just lost pretty much quarter of my health immediately. Oh god, yeah. These guys are really annoying. But once you get them taken care of, you're on to the final room, which Turmoil here is opening. He's also looking like he's smelling my butt, which is not awkward at all, honestly. But yeah, so there's Mr. Ramsay. Once again, you can drop down because there's junior chefs and deputy chefs down here that you want to try to take out before you go and take on Gordon Ramsay Mouse. But the thing that you want to make sure you do is that you don't do what this guy did and activate him right off the bat. You want to kill everything and then go after Mr. Ramsay. Because whatever you do, do not get hit by Ramsay. If he hits you, he stun locks you, and it's pretty much game over. It's GG. You're done and over with. There's no... I mean, you can see Turmoil. He's just getting absolutely wasted over there. The most annoying attack, I think, is not even the meatballs. It'll say if he's cooking up some meatballs. It's when he gets to about a quarter health, he starts like jumping, or no, probably even half health. He starts jumping and he'll like pound on the ground, and it's a AoE attack. So it's a little obnoxious, I'm not gonna lie, but it's also not horrible if you know what you're looking for. And I will point it out to you when we get it. But yeah, you kind of want to just try to stay out of his attacks because he has a stun lock that will just insta down anybody pretty much. Alright, here we go. So he takes his little pan thing, he flips it into the air, grabs it, and then he starts pounding on the ground again. And there'll come a point where he does it like constantly. Here he goes. Yeah, see? And if you're a ranger or a priest or a mage, you can get in there and you can do damage without taking a hit. You're just within your range radius to be able to do it. As you can see, oh well, I'm taking a little bit of damage there because of my attack, but as you can see, you can do some damage to him without taking damage, and that's going to be your ideal ordeal. The rangers are gonna, well, the ranged characters are gonna shine at that point. He has a sneezy breath, and if he does the sneezy breath and stuns you, he ends up, you know, becoming a fire spreader, which is kind of weird. I've never seen Gordon Ramsay spit fire before. The spicy meatballs is easy. You don't have to really worry much about him. As soon as he flips it up hard, you just move, and then you're good. I've never actually gotten to the point where I didn't do enough damage for the heart attack. I think the heart attack is honestly just another spicy meatball, but it's like a lot more of them. And here he goes. A good rule of thumb, if you kind of roll to where he jumps from, he usually jumps far enough away that you don't have to worry about him. And then you can just, you know, do the damage that you need to do, or if you're a melee character, you know, stay at a decent distance. So just run on top of him, and you're good. Well, I would be good if I wouldn't have walked into his range there with my arrow storm. But yeah, that's pretty much all it is. He doesn't have any more combos, anything else. You could probably honestly solo Ramsay if you paid attention enough to his combos. Oh, he jumped straight up. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Woo, boy, that hurt. Where's he going? Where's he going? Yeah, he will sometimes just jump straight up and just like fall right back down. And as you can see, it's painful. But thankfully, we got some pretty good priests. A lot of people are like, I'm using all my potions in this. I don't know what to do. If you realize the combos and what you're looking for and what each boss is gonna do, like, you can tell that this is Deligrishil's the Berserker. You can tell that it's his first time running it because he doesn't really know what he's looking at and what kind of combos and stuff like that he's gonna have. But overall, pretty easy. Even if someone goes down, right now would be the time that you would want to pick them up. But we're close enough now that we could probably finish killing him before he even, yeah. Then that's it. That's the dungeon. And yes, you have to wait for your dungeon keys. There is a wait time on the dungeon keys. You get 1 a day or 2 a day, one or the other. It's kind of crappy, but it makes sense. You can't just continuously run the dungeon and never have like a or just get infinitely amazing loot. So not too horrible. As you see, I did it in what, about 15-20 minutes ish. I don't know, I was waiting for a little bit, so I'm not quite sure how long I was doing it for, but you get really good experience from it. Even if you don't really need the equipment, it's actually some pretty good experience. And you know, you can do that and get rid of all of your stuff that you don't need, and you're done. So there you go, the Infernal Kitchen. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and let me know what else you would like to see from me in regards to Plus Unleashed. And yeah, I will see all of you guys next time. Bye guys.